Yo, what's up guys? Today in this video, what we're gonna be talking about is defining what your why is. Now, the reason I wanted to make this video is because as of recently, I've been kind of watching myself from an outside perspective, and I've been kind of just wondering in my head, you know, why do I continue to make videos? Why do I continue to pursue my goals as far as what my ultimate vision is for my life, and you know, posting positive stuff on social media and just continuously doing it, and just why am I doing it? So I figured the reason why I wanted to make this video is because everybody that has a goal or a dream or whatever the case may be, they need to have a deep why. And when you ask yourself, why do we do these things? It needs to be deep. It needs to be so deep rooted that people will maybe think you're insane for continuously being positive or for continuously making YouTube videos when you haven't gained much solid traction on your channel like myself. Some people may be like, oh, Will, you should just give up by now. You know, you're not even like, you're not a famous YouTuber or whatever the case may be. But you know, I'm not after it for the fame. I'm after it to reach out and inspire as many individuals as I possibly can. You know, and if fame comes with that, I don't really care. It's not something that I really care about. What I'm more interested in is helping individuals out. So why do I do this? I gotta tie that back every time I feel like giving up or I feel unmotivated. I gotta ask myself, what is my why? And really dig deep on that. And from the person I am today and the person I was about 2 years ago, that's what keeps me going. You know, the person I was about 2.5, 3 years ago, a person without a direction, a purpose, without any type of goals in my life. And I didn't really want to create anything significant in my life. I was just going from job to job and just not really, I was just going from job to job, and I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do with my life. And it just struck me one day. I was like, geez, man, like, what am I doing with my time? I need to be making videos and getting my message out there to individuals who may have gone through some of the same stuff that I've gone through, whether it's being on house arrest or probation or whatever the case may be. And those are stories I'm always going to share. If you guys have been watching my channel up to this point, you guys know I've always shared the things that I've gone through, because where it is I've gone through and where it is I'm now and where I continue to keep going, it doesn't matter where I've been. It matters what your attitude is moving forward. And that's why I want to make these videos. That's why I do continuously make these videos. Do I feel motivated to make these videos all the time? No, I don't. But motivation is not what drives me. It's my dedication to my purpose and my calling. And back to what the topic of the video is about, is what my why is. And my why directly is, my why directly correlates with my purpose in life. You know, that's extremely important. And recently, I have a client, and he just competed in his first Ironman. If you're watching this video, shouts out to you, brother. You killed it. His name is Anthony, and he just competed in his first Ironman. And an Ironman is a brutal fucking race. Let's just put it like that. It's like 7 to 8 hours of pure intensity with cardio, swimming, biking, running. It sounds intense. He went to Puerto Rico for it, and they said there was all kinds of inclines and slopes and all things like that. And he said that a lot of other people that he was studying that have been competing in Ironmans for some amount of time now, they said you need to figure out what your why is during the race, because there's going to be times during that race where you're just gonna want to quit and give up and ask yourself, why the fuck am I doing this? I don't need to do this. So that's why it's extremely important that when you are going through the race of life, let's say that life is an Ironman race, let's say you're a quarter way through the race, you gotta make sure that your why is important enough to you and deep enough for you. That way you can keep moving forward and keep persisting past that level of comfort that you're not used to. Ironman in life, you know, you can directly correlate it to the same thing. It's like this, my life, all of our life is an Ironman race. Let's say I'm not even a quarter of the way through, and there's times where I feel like giving up and quitting and staying and just being in my comfort zone and not doing what's in my calling and relating back to you know, what my purpose is. That's where my why comes in. And that's why I keep moving forward. So there's a series of questions you got to ask yourself, guys. You know, who was I before I started doing whatever it is that I did, whether it's starting to lift weights or starting a YouTube channel or starting a business or just doing something that's out of your comfort zone. You know, who was it? Was that person I was before? Do I want to go back to that? You know, was there a certain family member or a person that said you couldn't do something that just fires you up inside, that makes you want to keep moving? Or do you want to prove it to yourself that you can do it for yourself? You see, I failed my GED 5 times before I actually obtained it. You may be wondering to yourself, wow, that's a lot of times for someone that's trying to get their GED. It was. But I had to prove to myself that I could do it, because when I was in high school, I was always called a dumbass. I was always called a stupid kid, or, you know, and I was a stupid kid. At that point in time in my life, I was. So for me, getting my GED, just finishing it and completing it, which was much more important to me than actually obtaining that piece of paper that really hasn't helped me up to this point, because I dropped out of high school. So you got to ask yourself what your why is. Do you want to prove it to yourself? Do you want to become a better person than you were before you started? Dig deep, guys. That's the main point I want to make in this video. I hope you found it useful, and I hope you can figure out what your why is, because life is like an Ironman race. You're gonna ask yourself, why the fuck am I doing some of the things that I'm doing? But once you relate back to what your why is and why you do these things, you can persist and you can finish that race. But it's also important that we realize the race never ends. It keeps going and going and going. And within that mindset and that mind frame right there, we can achieve anything it is that we want to achieve, guys. On that note, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close the video out. Hope you found it useful. Go ahead and thumbs up the video, subscribe if you've liked the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.